Scientology. Stop the abuse, it's been going on for too long. Stop hurting the kids, it's obviously wrong. Why can't you see all the atrocities, the abuses, Scientology? Auditing children is very bad, so is disconnecting kids from their dad. Plus there are child labor, laws that are ignored. The brick road was paved by child labor. Stop the abuse, it's been going on for too long. Stop hurting the kids, it's obviously wrong. Why can't you see all the atrocities, the abuses of Scientology? We're marching down, taking over these properties, educating about abuses of Scientology. We're running up and down the street of LRH Way. No more kids in Scientology. Stop the abuse, it's been going on for too long. Stop hurting the kids, it's obviously wrong. Why can't you see all the atrocities, the abuses of Scientology? Auditing children is very bad, so is disconnecting kids from their dad. Plus there are child labor, laws that are ignored. The brick road was paved by child labor. Stop the abuse, it's been going on for too long. Stop hurting the kids, it's obviously wrong. Why can't you see all the atrocities, the abuses of Scientology?
We get caught in the shadows and routine, but step back and remember what we've seen. How far we have come and what we've achieved. It's actually really crazy, hard to believe. But there's still a journey ahead, a lot to do. You gotta keep on pace and push through. It gets hard without an end in sight, but we won't win this fight. It can get overwhelming, there's no doubt that's a fact. It's good to take some time, rest up and come back. Self-care is important. Take care of yourself. Check out when you need to. What's best for your health. Re-energize, get your head straight. Get your rest, it's worth the wait. Then come back when you're better. Continue the fight against the abuses. Standing up for what's right. But there's still a journey ahead, a lot to do. Gotta keep on pace and push through. It gets hard without an end in sight, but we will win this fight.
What's up? We got about 26 minutes till the actual meeting starts, but there's a presentation today because today is the last meeting before they go on break. So usually they do their recognition of whatever month it is. They do that at the end of the month, and it's Women's Month. So they had the women's thing last meeting on Monday, and now they're doing their other meeting. They just started the Zoom up. But yeah, there's a presentation because this is like the end of the month for them. So we got to sit through that. Laura, what's up? But yeah, so about 25 minutes till it starts, and then we probably have to wait 25 more minutes through a presentation. That sounds super fun. But I'll ramble on a bit, and I'll play some tunes and we'll get through this long wait somehow. But yeah, the break is gonna be, it says that there's no more meetings through the 3rd, which is a Friday, and then Easter is right after that. So I don't know if they're gonna have a meeting on that Monday because some places take Monday off for Easter Monday. Um, but yeah, like this is there's gonna be a break for a while after this. So that's making it so I can push through. I really did not want to wake up today, and my bed was feeling so perfect. Like I had the best sleep last night, and I wanted to continue it. But there's a break for a week at least, and well, over a week because Friday there's no meeting. Um, but yeah, let's somehow get through this. And like I said, the meetings are canceled until after Easter. So that means if anyone calling in wants to mention something about the Easter permit, I do not know if they got an Easter permit, but they always get one. Um, I've never been that good at being able to find where the permits are now because Keith Mosey sort of messed that up, made it harder. But yeah, like if they do have a permit, now would be the time that we'd have to tell them to pull it from them and not let them have that permit. And then also if they don't have the permit, they could do something, like today and try to do it. So yeah, we should bring up the Easter permit, and I'm going to bring up, the fact that that's a Christian holiday and all the horrible stuff they say about Jesus and how it's a mockery to Christians and kind of sounds, sort of like a hate type of thing. And that's the point that I'm going to do. Um, and yeah, everyone make sure that you check out noon, like California time. If you're not from there, you got to sort of do your math and figure out time zones. But noon her time, there's going to be an interview posted on Antics. And yeah, she interviewed Mona, and that's going to be posted today at noon. And yes, put your notifications on for it too. Go and just click the button, and it'll send you a little notification right before it's starting or right as it's starting. But I don't know. We got 22 minutes, and there's no one there except for some man. I do not even know who this guy is. Hold on, let's see if I can. I don't know, but no one's there yet. Yeah, like I really miss Mona. I wish that she had more time in her life, like you only have a limited amount of time in each day to do stuff, and she's been super busy. But I miss her. I really miss Mona. So that interview is gonna be amazing. And I know every time that I call Mona, just hearing her voice, it just puts a smile on my face. She has that energy, and like I don't know, when you're having a bad day, just click on something and listen to her voice. Or if you know her on that level, give her a call because that totally brightens up my day. Just her I don't know, not the tone, but just she's awesome. But yeah, I miss her calling in. Um, but we have good people calling in, like a bunch of people calling in. But yeah, I just wish she was still able to call in. Let's see. They will block the sidewalk for Easter. Tell the board that copies of the permit must be made public as the police will need it to remove the sidewalk obstructions. Now, do we have proof, verification that they have already got this permit yet? Because, like I said, Keith Mosey messed everything up. And the way I used to be able to see things, I can't see things anymore. And I'm doing a whole lot of other stuff to where I'm kind of being dependent on other people as far as that. Like I don't know how to find the most up to date permit information. Um, let's see. How do I hold on? I did it last time. How do I put something on the screen? I just okay. Okay, and now I'm realizing probably was not a good choice to smoke this strain right now when I'm streaming. I'm gonna have to mute myself. Uh, let me see. How do I get that up? But yeah, like I think I'm gonna find another song to play because I really am not gonna be able to ramble on the whole time.
Open the agenda, find the link to the Zoom. Click on it to connect to the room. We sit and wait for the meeting to begin. Then the names TJ starts calling. They ask us what we wanna comment on. We say general or multiple agenda item. Then we continue to wait for them to start up. And finally we are now recording pops up. The president talks and it's blah blah blah. But he mentions public comment, the time is now. They call on us to speak and we all slay. Everyone's so good with what they say. Sometimes it feels never ending, it's been so long. But to this day, we're all so strong. We're so strong. We're so strong. We're so strong. We're so freaking strong, y'all.
Mayor Karen loves the light, Scientology in her sight. Questions rise about her side. Is it true? Can she just hide? Sympathizer or much more in the church behind closed doors. Gotta know we want the truth. Speak it loud, give us the proof. Condemn those crimes or say goodbye. Stand or fall, we won't deny. Tell us where your heart belongs, or resign right all your wrongs. Whispers spin around the town. Scientology renowned. Is she part or just a friend? Answers now, the lines don't bend. In the shadows, secrets swell. Open up, break free the spell. Karen, hear the call. Pull the veil once and for all. Condemn those crimes or say goodbye. Stand or fall, we won't deny. Tell us where your heart belongs, or resign right all your wrongs. All your wrongs, all your wrongs, all your wrongs. Whispers spin around the town. Sign or fall, we won't deny. Tell us where your heart belongs, or resign right all your wrongs.
Okay, thank you, Peter. That's exactly what I needed to know. But it says non-issued. So they applied for it, but it hasn't been granted yet. And this is probably something they're going to sneak in these upcoming days and issue it. Oh, there's this guy. We can sort of hear him talking. Let me turn. the volume up. I don't know. I can't hear what he's saying, but they're having a conversation and it's picking it up. Yeah, but if it has a work number, see, like I said, I'm not really like an expert with how they do this with the work order numbers. Do they give it as they're processing the work order or the permit, or is that only given if it's approved and is just hidden in the non-issue? Like these are things that, other people can bring up in their comments if they want. Like, I don't care if you take what I'm about to say, but like, why is there, like, everyone should speak on the Easter permit. I feel this is our last chance, but like, why is it in the non-issued category, but it has a work order? And this is like up to date. You looked this up just now. Huh. Right. So if there is a work order, then it's a valid permit, but is it a valid issued permit or is it non-issued and it's valid still? But I'm gonna talk about how they need to make it easier to know this. They need more transparency so that the public knows what's going on and can understand it better. And then they need a way that the police can get the right information instead of, the whatever they print up for them. I should raise my hand. Wait, no one else? I don't want to. Someone had to have raised their hand before me, right? I don't want to be the first one. Oh, Lord. Oh, okay. I'll raise mine. I like to kind of pick my place in line, and I don't like to be the first one just because I try to see if someone sort of inspires me to say something that I didn't think of. Like I think a lot of us do that. Like we hear what the other people are saying and we sort of like switch it up or add to it. That's a good one to put up for a bit. Amy, what's up? Are you calling in today? Echo? I don't hear an echo. Zoom has no echo. Oh, there isn't a meeting Friday, and next week they're off as well. This is the last meeting before Easter. So if you want to speak about Easter, this is your time to speak about Easter. So we have a huge break after today. But there is a presentation and that might mess you up today because this is the last meeting of the month. So they're doing their presentations this week. They did one Monday, they're doing one today. So, and the newer lady, Reyes, she's the one that's in charge of the Zoom right now. So she's still getting used to things. So it might be a little frustrating. That's the perfect thing. If someone wants to just call into the Zoom and say exactly what Peter said, that would be just perfect right there. But I don't know. I don't know if they've called names already. I don't think so. I've been in the Zoom for a long time. But I like when they, take names every few minutes and you can sort of see like who's up to bat, who's, on deck or whatever it's called. Like, it's nice to know that stuff. Like, I don't know how many people are calling in. Yeah, it's nice when you get to know, okay, there's a bunch of people today. So I can focus more on this one topic because someone else will focus on this other topic.
Good morning to all attendees
Okay.
joining us in the any members of the public wish to offer commentary on any agenda items, please find that the speaker cards are located in the back of the room along with the agendas. Please bring the speaker card to the facilitator seat. Make sure it has the agenda item number you are speaking on. Thank you. Good morning to our attendees on the public on the Zoom platform.
This is like,
If you would like to provide public multiple
Oh.
item or single item comment, please raise your hand so I can ask you to unmute and list your name for the record. I'll ask callers who wish to
Is the
provide
audio
commentary on
okay?
any of our items to please raise your hand. Again, thank you.
Trying to move everything in the room.
We have Jennifer Spencer. Jennifer, what item are you speaking on? Jennifer, can you unmute yourself, please?
Yes, sorry, I pressed the wrong thing. Public comment, please.
Thank you.
Hmm. I'm confused.
Audit LA.
Morning. Would like to speak on public comment and all items, please.
Thank you. Gigi, go ahead.
Yes, I would just like general public comment, please. I thought I said that pretty clear, but I guess she needed clarification.
Nora, please go.
Thank you. I'd like general public comment on all agenda items, please.
Laura Edna.
Hi, good morning. I'm gonna do minutes, general public comment, and I wanna speak on all agenda items, but I'll be very quick on it.
Thank you.
That threw her off if you didn't notice. Like this lady's brand new, so we gotta give her a chance. But like,
Jen, go ahead.
oh, she called him Merchant.
Just the general public comment, please.
Thank you.
But she's got like TJ there, like training her. So, but because she is new, if you're in here and you are calling in, please make sure you mute or that you are muted. Because there's a lot of times they don't mute you. And then like you cough, like I'm coughing, like I hit a blunt and I cough and then it just like is everywhere. Like, so make sure you mute because she's new and she might forget. There you are. I was wondering where you were, Antics. An audit, what's up? But yeah, make sure after you speak on Zoom that you are muted. I think it's up, it's just that they're hold on. It gets better when they actually talk. I can't really gauge the sound. But I got you, I'm trying. It's more of a Zoom thing today. Because this lady is new. Reyes is new at this and she's just learning how to do this and TJ is training her and he's doing a good job, but yes, audit. I've been saying that like this is the last meeting before Easter. We need to talk about that Easter permit. Peter got us some information, some specifics on it. There's that.
Georgina, please let me know.
Hi, yes, I'd like all items and public comment.
I told you she's new at this, but I can't turn the audio up anymore. Like this is all the way. So I think that she doesn't have the settings right. I can barely hear her. That's
Thank you.
I don't know. Maybe someone could unmute and tell them to turn their volume up. But I don't, I'm not gonna do that. I can deal with it, but this is the best I can do. I can't. Volume's all the way up.
Recording in progress. President King. President King, we are now in record mode.
Huh.
Thank you, Ms. Reyes. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the regular scheduled meeting of the Board of Public Works for Wednesday, 2026. Ms. Reyes, please take roll. Establish quorum. Commissioner Mitchell, Commissioner Capanas, and we are joined today by City Attorney Representative Choi. I am Sam Reyes, facilitating this meeting. Thank you very much. So before we take public comment, we have a special presentation this morning for the TM23 Foundation for the Park Project, which is located underneath our 6th Street Bridge. So I want to invite our Bureau of Engineering representatives, or team representative to join us at the podium. Morning, everyone. My name is Dylan Stickman. I'm proud to serve as field deputy for Council District 14.
Really quiet.
Councilmember Harado is at today's city council meeting, but I'm here representing her to recognize the tireless work of the Bureau of Engineering and especially thank TM23 Foundation for their generosity in funding Tommy's Field at the new 6th Street Park. I'll just say briefly that this commitment to accessible green recreation spaces is a value that the council member shares. Our neighborhoods in CD14 are and have always been places where cultural and passions bring people together across streets, language, and generations. You can see that in places like the park and Tommy's Field. It'll be a place where kids, athletes, and families places of belonging and formative experiences. That sense of growth and belonging doesn't happen by accident. It's built through investment, partnership, and equity. And it's important to highlight that this project marks a major step in revitalizing the 6th Street Viaduct, which connects Angelenos between the east side and the heart of the city. So we think that this area that bridges communities is a fitting place to honor Tommy. At Tommy's Field at 6th Street Park, his legacy will touch the lives of generations of young athletes who will grow and play together. For the council member, these intentional community investments into public spaces are what supports our vibrant culture and continues to build a long-lasting legacy for Los Angeles. So I want to once again recognize BOE for their leadership and work moving this project across the finish line. Thank you also to the Board of Public Works for allowing us to participate in this celebration. And now I'd like to present this TM23 Foundation with a certificate of recognition on behalf of Council District 14 and the City of Los Angeles.
Who wants to guess how long the presentation's gonna be? And I wish the audio was better.
Good morning. Once again, Alfred Mata, the interim city engineer. I'm pleased to be here today as we recognize Nikki and Doug Mark for this grant agreement that represents a profound commitment to the children and families in the Boyle Heights community. And on behalf of the City of Los Angeles, the Department of Public Works, and the Department of Recreation and Parks, the Bureau of Engineering will be accepting a generous $1 million donation from the TM23 Foundation. This funding is dedicated to the construction of a new synthetic soccer field within the east side of the park at the 6th Street Viaduct Park Arts and River Connectivity Project. While the grant agreement includes a donation ceiling of $1.5 million to allow for future fundraising, this foundation has already successfully secured $1 million to bring this vision to life. The TM23 Foundation was established by Nikki and Doug Mark in 2018 in memory of their son, Tommy, who passed away at a very young age. So this project obviously carries very deep and personal significance to them and to the entire community. The mission of TM23 is to build soccer fields in his honor, and we are proud that this Department of Recreation and Parks and the Bureau of Engineering Department of Public Works has conceptually approved the naming of this site Tommy's Field in Boyle Heights. This agreement allows us to continue TM23's donation.
Okay, well, speaking of you antics, I want to point out that there's an interview that's going to be dropping at 12 PST on Antics of a Mama Squirrel's channel. And everyone should go and check it out. And it's an awesome interview. She's interviewing Mona. And we all love Mona. We all miss Mona. So that'll be super fun. 12 PST. So I didn't look to see how many people were on this presentation, but it's kind of moving fast. But they're taking pictures as they go.
And I would love for members of the foundation to provide some remarks.
It's really been an honor to work with the city of Los Angeles. Everyone.
It's like in the non-issued category, but it has a work order. So it's a valid permit, but it's not an approved permit or something.
We're honored to work with us. That's really more on the children play on. It's such a great opportunity for us to see to ripple across our city throughout our youth. So thank you.
I'll echo what Nikki said. We're both natives of Los Angeles. We're so pleased that we get to contribute a little bit to this city and help you guys.
Struggling to hear this.
That we've seen Parks and Rec and planning and Public Works do these past few years, these couple of fields. Tommy discovered the East Side through soccer. He discovered it by making friends with kids on the East Side and playing with kids on the East Side. So this was a natural for him to build over here where he used to play. He got so much joy, and more West Siders should do it. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. So I also wanted to invite all the commissioners to provide some remarks. I'm happy to kick it off. I think all of us had an opportunity to visit the new soccer field that's going to be in development. For those of you who are in the audience and who's joining us virtually, it's going to be a beautiful space underneath our 6th Street Bridge. Then we're going to be repurposing all the land underneath it with a beautiful soccer field, a generous donation from TM23 Foundation, along with a host slew of different amenities for our Angelenos. So once again, thank you on behalf of the board and the city.
A really
And also,
cool
I
thing
wanted
they're
to invite Commissioner Grant.
Thank you. As a former soccer player back in the day when I had wooden cleats because hardened plastic hadn't been invented yet, I really appreciate, I'm so impressed. The collaboration, cooperation to enable a concerted activity by the city is so impressive. And this is your models, I think, for us in terms of what the city is and how everybody leans in to make our city better. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Carlos.
Yes, to TM23, thank you for your generosity. I have also had the pleasure of visiting the site. It's going to be a beautiful location. I think that for generations to come, there's going to be some players out there that are going to have the ability to play on a beautiful field, and it's right in their backyard. So thank you again for collaborating with the city. I'm glad to hear the city was good to work with. Like to hear that a lot. So again, thank you very much.
Commissioner Mitchell.
Thank you so much for your generous contribution to Sixth Street Park. We went out in December. It's probably much further along than it was when we went out right before Christmas, but hearing of your gift is invaluable in terms of, and indescribable in terms of what that is. I'll have to say that the good thing about working in infrastructure is you can go back and see the work that you've done. In this instance, you too can see the good that you've done in memory of your son. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So with that, we'll take a brief 5-minute recess. We'll invite the foundation and BOE to take a photo right behind us where the flags are, and then we'll resume the meeting. The time now is 10:13 a.m.
Okay. So they're not going out anywhere to take pictures, so this could be fast, but is there another presentation? There's a lot more people that are just chilling.
Recording stopped.
All right. Okay, so, but they've been moving through presentations kind of more speedy than in the past. I feel like they're doing good with that. So, but I want to look more into that soccer field thing. I heard something about they lost their son and that's why they're doing it, and it seems like a, good location. It seems very thought out. It seems like also if someone's doing it as like a memorial type of thing for their son, they're gonna go all out with it and it's gonna be super amazing too. And the one thing though that I took from it about like they said that the city was easy to work with. And how come our city is easy for some people to work with, but not like everyone?
Recording.
I don't know.
Sitting.
Man, super quiet.
Commissioner Mitchell, Commissioner Carmenas. And we are joined today by Virginia Choi, City Attorney Representative, and I am Sandy Reyes.
Thank you very much. We'll get started with general public comment, which is an opportunity for the public to address the board on public items. 10 minutes for the general public comment segment of each regular meeting. Testimony shall be limited in content to subject matters which are within the jurisdiction of the Board of Public Works. The board may not take any action on any matters discussed during the public comment period. we do not have any, we do have, we do not have any in-person speakers, so we'll transition to our virtual comments. However, one note, item number 2 will be withdrawn as the board has approved it on March 20th. So with that, we'll take virtual comments.
Thank you, President Kang. We will begin with Jennifer Spencer. Jennifer, please unmute yourself.
Hi, good morning, board members. Each meeting, I listen to the callers ask you to change the name of L. Ron Hubbard Way back to North Berendo Street with such strong emotion and passion in their voices. We ask you this because no cult leader that has physically and emotionally harmed their followers deserves such an honor. We ask this because the ex-Scientologists that managed to escape and the current Scientologists that are wanting to escape but can't yet deserve to know that there are people fighting to make things better for them. And they also deserve to know society will not stand still while slavery and abuse occurs. It may seem like a small gesture, but it really isn't. Please change the name of L. Ron Hubbard Way back to North Berendo Street. Thank you. I turn back my time.
Thank you, Jennifer. And we will continue with Gigi. Gigi, please go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay, so Keith Mosey did something where it's so hard to figure out what's going on with the permits. The portal, like, it's not what it used to be. And I have no idea if Scientology has their permit for Easter. There's a work order for it, but it's under the non-issued permit. So I have no clue. But Keith really messed it up and made it so hard to figure that stuff out. And you guys have done nothing to make it, you stopped the amount of permits they get, but you've done nothing to make it more transparent. And you know, the police are going to end up showing up because they're going to block the sidewalk and they're going to print up some permit and show it to them. How are we to trust that they're printing up and showing the police the right permit? There needs to be something that comes from you guys specifically that the LAPD knows, where they can see that the people, the public, are allowed on the sidewalk. Thank you. I yield my time.
Thank you, Gigi. And continue with Nora. Nora, please go ahead and unmute yourself.
Just want to say as much as vehemently as I can to protest Scientology getting any permits that invite children to the property. I'm going to read to you from Dianetics, their very first book. L. Ron Hubbard says, the first axiom of interest to the auditor in his work, because with it he can clearly establish whether or not he's confronting a rational reaction. The 7-year-old girl who shudders because a man kisses her is not computing. She is reacting to an engram since at 7, she should see nothing wrong with a kiss, not even a passionate one. There must have been an earlier experience, possibly prenatal, which made men or kissing very bad. Scientology, from the very first book, teaches men that it's okay to kiss children. When they have these events, make no mistake, it is to recruit children into their fold, to be abused, then to have those sex crimes covered up by the Church of Scientology. If you guys think the Epstein files is a big deal, no one has done a full investigation into the tens of thousands of girls.
Thank you. And we have Laura next. Laura, please go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi, I want to echo what everybody's saying. I also want to make sure that whether there's something to do about it now, if it can be done today, that Scientology does not get that Easter permit. Scientology uses the religious holiday of Easter to literally, like Nora just said, recruit children into their cult. They have vendors and people that are Christian and that have other beliefs, and Scientology does not respect these beliefs. Scientology is scamming public works to again get a permit for L. Ron Hubbard Way that should be already turned back to North Berendo Street. You cannot give them this permit. If you get a permit you cannot give them this permit. They need to explain exactly why they need this permit. Scientology has no beliefs in Easter whatsoever, so there should be no reason that they have a street closure or any kind of permits for it. They have their own property. They can abuse people on their own property, but not on city property, and they cannot keep abusing these city permits.
And we'll continue.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Hello. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Thank you. So Nora actually beat me to it because I was going to read the same excerpt that she referred to before. Scientology doesn't believe in children. They are just old souls in small bodies. And this Easter is just their dirty way of trying to get people to attend their events. They also use these street vendors, giving them free permits to come and sell their goods, even though there's not even, a handful of people on the street. It's just to block any kind of protesting and trying to polish their shield on the outside, trying to show that they are creating events for families. It's pure recruitment. Stop giving those permits. I yield back my time.
Thank you. Next, we have Georgina.
Thank you.
This isn't George. Oh my
I'm
goodness.
sorry. Should I start over? Do I get my full minute?
Yes, go ahead.
I was also going to reiterate what Gigi said about the permits. We can't look up the permits anymore, and they have historically repeatedly given fake permits to the police so that when the police come, they read the permit request and not the actual permit, which has completely different terms. So that needs to be reinstalled. We need to have Keith Mose re-put up the permits so that they are researchable, not only by us, but by the police. The police need to be able to research these permits, and as it stands right now, they can't. L. Ron Hubbard said that Christ was a pedophile. They have no religious affiliation with Easter whatsoever, and they use it as a tactic to pull people in. In Scientology, they protect pedophiles. The victims are the ones that get punished if a crime is reported. It needs to be looked into. They can't be allowed to continue like this. Please do better. I yield back my time.
Thank you. And President Kang, we have 2 more people with their hands raised for.
Yes, please.
Audit LA, would you like to speak on public comment?
Yes, but I was second in line. He skipped over me. I'm very upset about this permit. Okay, we've been coming for 2 years, and not only are they cultural or religious appropriating my faith. Okay, they L. Ron Hubbard himself in OT level 8 referred to Jesus as a pedophile in so many words, and then and himself as the Antichrist. Okay, it is so offensive that they get to shut his public street down with those beliefs to mock, another faith. I'm not coming here when we're here, we're bringing up abuses, labor abuses, everything. Okay, it's not so much about what people believe. They can believe what they want. They can believe whatever they want, but you don't have to give them a permit to rub salt in people's wounds. How do you think that the survivors feel knowing that you know full well all the abuses that they have been through, and so many others who can't even speak because they've killed themselves or whatever, or they're too afraid to come forward? And then there's this.
So sorry about that, Audit LA. That was time. Caller ending in 880. Did you?
Do you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to reiterate what everybody else said before me. It's disgusting that you're allowing an Easter event when there is no religion going on inside. I've been there. I was married to one of them. So there's nothing going on that's religious. And to mock another religion is absolutely disgusting and not follow the permits. I behoove you to go down on Easter and see what's going on and what you're permitting. It's absolutely disgusting. It's like you're enabling a Ghislaine Maxwell or Jeffrey Epstein. Absolutely egregious. Change the name back to Berendo Street. It's unbelievable. Bye.
Thank you. We have one more caller. MCKU, would you like to offer public comment?
Yes, hello, can everyone hear?
Go ahead. You will have 1 minute.
Thank you. This is Michael Fu with our sanitation requirement. I'd like to just make a comment on the request to not increase the required days in the office for City of LA employees. Multiple studies from 2020, 2020, and 2025 have shown that telecommuting benefits all demographics of employees, increases workforce efficiency, helps manage labor costs, and does not influence counterproductive work behaviors. Furthermore, 2022 UCLA study funded by the city's personnel department found that where available, telecommuting would benefit employees, including LGBTQ+, transgender caregivers of children and adults, and especially those who are under $100,000. Telecommuting would benefit the city leadership, and employees of all demographics. Please, please consider this. Please discuss this with the unions. Thank you for your consideration. I yield back my time.
Thank you, President Kang. That's the end of public comment.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close general public comment portion of today's meeting and move on with multiple agenda item public comment. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item comment period for up to a minute per item, up to a total of 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item, and please identify the items that you will speak on when you are called. We do not have any in-person speakers, so we'll transition to our virtual call-ups.
Thank you. We will begin with Audit LA. Please let us know what item you are speaking on.
Good morning. I want to talk about your to renew the contract. They have because I can't find proof. The people with the portal said there's no proof that that Scientology has provided insurance for their ARP permit. So I don't know why we're putting this on, we're putting this one on the agenda because you're not sure. Okay, you're enforcing it here, but you're overlooking it for Scientology, a system that abuses any and every last permit that they've ever received. So please do the same thing for here. The next one I want to talk about is the fee increase. Yes, I mean, I have no problem with increasing fees for public, for these type of things. Normally I do when it comes against, individual people, but big entities like that, they should pay more. But I'm not convinced. I mean, like from what I can tell, do they even pay their way? Like they applied late for this permit, and did they have to pay the extra fees? I hope so. I hope they proved insurance. I hope they proved everything they need to do. But but it's disgusting. The next one I want to do is the neighborhood council. Were the neighborhood councils notified of this permit? Hello? Okay. Okay, I don't know, because they might want their street open. The neighborhood is happy that the street is opening up. They have enough land and property to have these events on their property. There is no need to shut down the streets. The neighborhood councils are required to be notified about this. As far as the thing, I think the fee thing for the, I saw something about for the investigative unit. I am asking you to please, if the fees are to help provide more enforcement, then yes, double, triple the fees, because that's what's lacking here. I'm asking you to please send, if you do give this permit, which I really truly hope you don't, to make sure that all the labor there is paid labor. You're not, I've been saying how long, there's not an religious exemption, and even still, slave labor, they're not allowed to do non-religious work. And you cannot tell me that providing an Easter, my faith's party for that, a recruitment event for that, whatever, is not part of their religion. And I also don't want to hear that we can't use bullhorns to protest because they're having a religious service. This is my religion, so I should be able to bullhorn or whatever I want. It's disturbing to me personally that they're shutting down a public street for hijacking my faith when they believe that Jesus is a pedophile and that LRH was the Antichrist. Okay, it's just, it is messing with my head today that you guys gave us. Thank you.
Next, we have Nora. Nora, please unmute yourself. And let us know what agenda items you're speaking on.
I'm gonna echo what the items audit just did. I just want to say, like, very, very clearly, I grew up in Scientology. The things that audit is saying are contained, especially in the quotation I already read out to you about L. Ron Hubbard.
This is your one and final warning. Please stick to the items that you'll be speaking on. There are no Scientology items on.
No,
Which item are you referring to?
Sorry?
Which items are you speaking to?
In the minutes and on the permitting and yeah.
Okay, you have 1 minute for the minutes.
Okay, so in issuing these permits for the L. Ron Hubbard Way, you guys are entertaining and are co-conspirators in allowing children to be exposed to an ideology that claims that Jesus Christ was a pedophile, that L. Ron Hubbard is the Antichrist, and then a religion that teaches its members that kissing children passionately is okay, and that the child should be okay with it, and if the child's not okay with it, they're a criminal. So this is creating and allowing a literal pedophilia ring to operate under the cloak of religion that is permitted by the city of Los Angeles, and it needs to stop. You guys have to stop allowing them to usurp other people's religions. They do not believe in any single one of these things. They do not get any holidays. There are no holidays in Scientology. It is not a religious experience. It is a cult that brainwashes and harms children. That is happening under the guise of the city, permitted by you to recruit new people.
And next we have Laura FM.
Can you hear me?
Yes. What items are you speaking on?
The minutes, please.
Go ahead.
So I just wanted to say that, of course, obviously there's people like myself who have been trying to expose these permit crimes of Scientology, and we're trying to really get that reflected on the minutes. What Nora's talking about was that she needs all that reflected on the minutes for legal purposes and for the reflection of your guys' own work ability. If you guys need to improve your work, ethic or whatever it is, or have the person, whoever's doing that, we need something on the minutes that reflects that so that we can do our part to do our change as civilians so that future children don't go get traumatized through this same procedure. And the minutes need to reflect that we've been asking you guys, A, to fix the minutes for the last 3 years, but also to revoke Scientology's permit and to revoke all their permits, stop giving them permits. That needs to be put on the minutes. We do appreciate what you guys have done. And it's obviously disturbing that there's even a place for them.
Laura,
to
that's time. Next we have 880. Go ahead and unmute yourself and let us know what items you're speaking on.
I'm not commenting. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next we have Georgina.
Hi, I'd like to start with the minutes, please.
Okay, go ahead.
As far as the minutes go, the fact that we're telling you about these permit abuses and that's not being recorded in the minutes is a crime to me. I don't understand why that wouldn't be included. That is something that is definitely applicable to your job, to make sure that these permits are abided by, to make sure these permits aren't abused. And the fact that they continually keep abusing them and you keep giving them permits and it's not reflected in the minutes needs to be addressed. It needs to be changed. Your YouTube channel has the exact same title, and I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm going to keep saying it until it's fixed. It's a problem. You can't have the same title for every single video, going back thousands of videos. It's ridiculous. How is any of this researchable? Moving on to agenda items 4 and 5 with the contracts and the bidding. Why is it that people bidding for contracts for city work have to provide insurance? They have to jump through hoops to prove that they're treating their employees well. And yet you let Scientology with slave labor do public work on public streets, and they don't have insurance. They don't treat their employees well. You're putting to a detriment the people that are law abiding and that are following the procedures and the steps for bidding for these contracts by not giving them the same, holding them to the same standards. It needs to be addressed. For the council issues, I don't understand why you keep continually letting Scientology slip through the cracks and put these permits in last minute so that they don't have to go before the council boards. The councils need to be aware of these issues. They need to be able to say, hey, maybe we shouldn't keep continually closing the street because that's what's giving the appearance of Scientology owning that street. Thank you.
President, can we have one more person with their hand raised?
Yes.
Caller ending in 448. Go ahead. Omar? Would you like to offer multiple item comment? Okay, there's nobody.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close the multiple item public comment portion of today's meeting and move forward with the approval of minutes for Friday, March 13th, 2026. Commissioners, any questions or comments? Seeing none, is there a first and a second?
So move.
First by President Pro Tem Grant, seconded by Commissioner Mitchell.
Alright, so I guess that's the end of what's relevant. So there's gonna be a break. There's gonna be no meetings till after Easter. So I guess I'll see you around in chats, but it's gonna be like a couple weeks before I stream again. So catch y'all later.